This is the 61st Taiku in Talmud Bavli, and I saw an interesting short clip from a Hasidic rabbi by the name of Rabbi Shia Friedman, and he said something interesting about Taiku. That he was talking during the 3 weeks, and specifically during the 9 days, that Taiku means you learn the Talmud, and there's a question, there's an answer, there's a halacha, there's a story, and sometimes there's something called Taiku. It's when there's some kind of debate or a dilemma, and the question is left unresolved. And Taiku means that we need to wait until the Messiah comes, until Elijah the prophet heralds the coming of Messiah. And what this Rabbi Shia Friedman was saying is that everyone in their life has their own Taiku, their own thing where they're stuck. And it's interesting that I'm saying this in Taiku Samech Aleph, because Samech Taiku spells in Hebrew the word stuck. If you rearrange the letters, Samech Taiku, stuck. Samech Taf Kuf, Samech Taf Vav, or Aleph Kuf. Anyway, you arrange it. You can arrange it too. So he said that if you add a nun at the end of Taiku, then it's going to be tikkun, which means a correction. But he was talking about during the 9 days, if you rearrange the letters of tikkun, it's actually kinot. Kinot means lamentations, woes, things that we regret, or maybe it's more of a liturgical term. They say kinot on Tisha B'Av. And so he said that when we say kinot, we should always have in mind that, I'm sort of like adding into what he's saying, but he brought forth this anagram, that after we say our kinot, we should have in mind always the tikkun at the end, so that all of our personal taikus in life will be resolved. With that, the 61st taiku is found in Tractate Moed Katan, page 15b, with the words Menudeh Mahu Beretzicha. I'm sorry. Retzicha means murder. Rechitza. That's more like it. Washing. Menudeh Mahu Berechitza. Amar Rabbi Yosef Toshima. Kishamru Asu Berechitza. Lo Amro Ela Kol Gufo. Aval Panav Yeda. ורגליו מותר, לכן אתה מוצא במנודהו ועבל. מה אליו אכולהו? לא, אשרו מצוי רמהו ברחיצה תיקו. The Gemara asks, what is the halacha concerning one who is ostracized with regard to bathing? Rav Yosef said, and before I continue, and I started doing this because I found that every time I make a presentation on the PL89 calendar, the moment I turn off the video, a bunch of new ideas come, and they're really good ideas, and I sort of like proverbially kick myself. Why didn't I think of that before? And then it's hard to make a new video. So I've allowed myself the possibility, if something comes in that's directly connected to that in the Gemara, I'll bring it. And there is. Today I was talking about Ephraim. Ephraim, the gematria of Ephraim, is 331 in regular Hebrew gematria, and that's the day that we're on today. It's 133, but the rule is, in this calendar, you can flip the numbers around. You can do an anagram, because it's all about anagrams. So 133 is actually 331. This is the doctrine today of August 19th. And so it flips around to 331, Ephraim. But who was the father of Ephraim? Joseph. And English gematria, Joseph is 73. Joseph is 73. And 73 in the PL89 is 33. Because of the rule of 40. Always add 40. So Joseph meets Ephraim. They were father and son. Joseph was but it's today. That's the whole point. But what's interesting is that, and that's on the fact that we're on Moed Katan 15 is also interesting. because 15 in English gematria, spelled F-I-F-T-E-N, equals 65. And by the rule of 40, 65 equals 25, which is the 25th day of Av, which is today, which is in box 12. And so you have, I think the first one's a better connection, though, in my opinion. But Joseph in English gematria is 73. He was the father of Ephraim, which in Hebrew gematria is 331. And that's all in today's box. And so the reason why I brought this up is that the Gemara now says Rav Yosef. So the rule is, if the Gemara says something that is allows the thing that I missed in the original presentation of the PL89 to come back, then I'm allowed to do it. So going back to our Taiku, the Gemara asks, what is the halacha concerning one who is ostracized with regard to bathing? Rav Yosef said, come and hear that which was taught in the following Braita. When the sages said that bathing is prohibited on a communal fast, they meant only that a person may not wash his entire body, but washing his face, his hands, and his feet is permitted. And you find a similar halacha with regard to a person who was ostracized and with regard to a mourner. What is it? Not with regard to all the prohibitions stated in the Braita, including the prohibition against bathing, that they apply also to one who is ostracized? The Gemara rejects this argument. No. This is referring to the rest of the prohibitions, but not to bathing. The Gemara asks, what is the halacha concerning a leper with regard to bathing? The answer is not found, and the question shall stand unresolved.